This video has been sponsored by the website www.isoclassifieds.com.
Hey, this is Gabby Ray Talker coming to you with a dream that I had last week. It's a really short dream, straight to the point. I've been hoping that I would get like a continuation dream to explain it. It's not all that clear to me, but I do believe that I have the meaning within me of what the dream means, although I have been praying for clarification, but I do believe I have the meaning. Maybe others may get a different meaning from what I'm about to tell. Also, I must say that I am not claiming to be a prophet. I was never told that I'm a prophet, but a lot of my dreams do have significant meaning and have came true in one way or another. I do believe I'm a dreamer and I have had visions. The only thing that I've ever heard the Almighty call me was daughter. And when it comes to prophecy, dreams, and visions, I just refer to these two scriptures, Joel 2:28 and Acts 2:17. Basically states that in the last days, God says, I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your men will see visions, your old shall dream dreams. Therefore, it is possible that the dream that I am about to tell is in some way or another prophetic. So here it is. I saw Donald Trump in his hotel room watching news flashes. News flashes were all concerning him. Then I saw the news flashes really get serious. And he was just watching all of the news that was breaking out about him. It was life-threatening type of news. Stories just kept coming, story after story, and he was watching all of this. The news was so alarming about him, it raised concerns. Story after story just ran rapid about him on the TV screen. And he just continued to watch. Eventually he was finished watching and he got up. Then it looked like he stopped in this confined hallway. Saw this gold plate being put in front of his chest. It was like rectangular shape, but it had ancient carvings in it. In the dream, I really didn't get the ancient carving thing, so I tried to look up close in the dream to see what the carvings were about. So in the dream, I could only make out one of the carvings, and I saw that it was a four-legged creature. Keep in mind, the photo that I'm using of this ancient carving is not the actual one that was in my dream. I'm just using it as an example. Only thing I can make out in my dream is that there was a carving of a four-legged creature. There were other carvings on the piece, and it was perfectly sectioned off. It could have been maybe like 9 or 10, 9 or 12, but I guess the four-legged creature is what mattered the most because that's the only carving that I could make out on the gold piece. It kind of reminded me of like the golden calf, like back in Moses' days, what the people built, because the gold was so fine and thick that was being used for Trump. In the dream, I understood it as like, I guess it was being used as a shield, maybe a shield of protection for him. But it didn't seem like the gold carving worked all that much because I didn't see him after that, and the dream made it clear that I did not see him after the use of that gold plated carving. I did not see Trump anymore. Then I saw Obama. It looked like he could have been in the hotel, but I really wasn't sure because it seemed like he was in a room that was divided. One half looked like the hotel room and the other half was dark. It kind of looked like the other half of the room looked like a doorway leading to an alley. Then it seemed like the same thing that happened to Trump was happening to Obama now, except for I didn't see all of the vivid news stories. And let me make it clear, my dream didn't tell me Donald Trump was killed or assassinated. He just disappeared. And then rumors started flying that guys were trying to plot to make Obama disappear as well. In the dream, it looked like they could have got him. But then it seemed like the people that were after him lost track of him, and Obama, he disappeared into the darkness. And all I could see, everything was just black and dark. So that was my dream. It seemed like it's self-explanatory and I don't really need to give an interpretation. In my dream, it really didn't say Trump was killed or assassinated, and it didn't say that Obama was killed or assassinated. It just seemed like it was that way. Now, I would think whatever happened to Trump in the dream onsetted a trumpet blow to the tribulation towards the abomination of desolation. In my interpretation of what the gold carving that was held up in front of Trump's, I believe that maybe he was putting his trust in something other than the Almighty God. Yes, I have seen YouTube videos that shows Trump in prayer with known TV ministers, and I also saw news articles of him going to church. But I never once heard him say that he was going to put God first. I heard him say he was going to put America first, but he never said he was going to put God first and try to fight to bring back biblical principles to America. From a Christian standpoint, that's not building a strong foundation. For him to build a strong foundation for America, he would have to put God first. And this would mean fighting to restore biblical principles in America. From a Christian standpoint, this can even be confirmed in Matthew 7:24-27. It says, "Everyone therefore that heareth these words of mine and doeth them shall be likened unto a wise man who built his house upon the rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house. And it fell not, for it was founded upon the rock. And every one that heareth these words and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man who built his house upon the sand, and the rains descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and smote upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall thereof." And on that note, this concludes my dream, my interpretation, and my commentary on it.
This is Gabby Ray Talker. Come join me on my social networks and come see me at www.isoclassifieds.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.